Hurry and the Monarch. Look at all those monarch butterflies. It is by Antoine Flatharta and illustrated by Milo. So, Hurry and the Monarch. And it starts out with a map that I think is showing us the migration of the monarch butterflies. I think that's what those arrows are, but I guess we'll find out. Hurry and the Monarch. Hurry, the Texas tortoise, is starting to think about winter when out of the bright October sky a monarch butterfly lands on his back. "What do you call this place?" asks the monarch. "Wichita Falls," says Hurry, "and that's my back you're standing on." "Wichita Falls? Not far enough," says the monarch. "Not far enough for what?" asks Hurry. "For staying," replies the monarch. With that, the monarch opens her wings and flies off Hurry's back. Eye level with Hurry now, the monarch seems fascinated with the old tortoise. "How long have you been here?" asks the monarch. "Seems like forever," says Hurry. "Maybe one day you'll break out of that shell, grow wings, and fly away," says the monarch. "I doubt it," says Hurry. "It happened to me," replies the monarch, thinking about the extraordinary morning when she first opened her wings. "Where did this happen?" asks Hurry. "Far away in a place called Canada, in a garden just like this." "Why did you leave?" asks Hurry. "The days got colder," says the monarch. "What do you do when the days get colder?" "Sleep," answers Hurry. "Cold days always change back into warm days if you wait." "I don't have time for that," says the monarch, flying away from the garden. She joins more monarchs. They turn the sky orange as they continue their journey south toward Sweetwater. Back in the garden, a cloud passes over the sun and Hurry shuts his eyes. As the old tortoise begins to dream, the monarch travels on, resting at night in places you could expect to see a butterfly rest, and sometimes places you would not. Each new day brings new sights. Sometimes a day brings danger. See the danger? But the monarch survives, flying now toward Eagle Pass, then over the waters of the Rio Grande into Mexico. On and on she flies until finally one November evening she finds it, the warm green forest she has been searching for. She hangs from a bough, adding her tired wings to the soft murmur of millions of others. The monarch in flight from winter knows she has found the perfect place. Spring returns to Hurry's garden. He slowly opens his eyes and feels the warmth of the sun. "Never fails," says Hurry. Then one morning the monarch also returns. "So where are you going now?" asks Hurry. "Back to the beginning," answers the monarch. "Do you mean Canada?" asks Hurry. "Possibly," says the monarch. Butterflies can be infuriatingly mysterious, thinks Hurry, watching the monarch lay eggs on a milkweed plant, and then she flies away. In the town of Stillwater, she flies in through an open window and thinks it might be nice to rest her worn wings for a while in the folds of a sun-colored curtain. For a while becomes forever. Back in the garden, over by the milkweed plant, Hurry sees a newborn caterpillar. "Hello," says Hurry, but the caterpillar doesn't answer. He is too busy eating the milkweed leaves. Hurry watches and waits as the caterpillar grows, shedding skin after skin, then crawling away to hide under a twig. But this garden is Hurry's whole world, and there is little in it that is hidden from him. In the weeks that follow, Hurry sees an amazing transformation happen right in front of his still and patient eyes. A new monarch emerges from the shell, wet and wrinkled. For a while, he clings to his empty shell, waiting for his wings to expand and dry in the warm sunshine. So you can see the different stages of that chrysalis before he emerges. After a few hours, the monarch spreads his strong new wings and flies toward Hurry, landing on his back. "What do you call this place?" asks the monarch. "Here we go again," says Hurry, as the monarch opens his wings and flies off Hurry's back. "What's your hurry?" asks Hurry. I'm off to see the world. What do you think it's like? Asked the butterfly. I imagine, says Hurry slowly, I imagine that it's like my garden, a place full of astonishing things. I can't wait, says the young monarch, flying away. And here's an afterword. It says, the migration of the monarch butterfly is one of the most amazing journeys in the insect world. Like all butterflies, the monarch begins life as a tiny egg, which a female monarch lays on the underside of the leaf of a milkweed plant. 3 to 6 days later, a caterpillar is born. At first, the caterpillar is so small it can barely be seen. It grows very fast, gorging itself on milkweed leaves. In about 9 to 14 days, it is fully grown. It then crawls away from the milkweed plant to find a safe place to pupate. This is the stage where it forms a chrysalis, or shell. In about 2 weeks, it is possible to make out the shape of a butterfly through the transparent chrysalis. Then the chrysalis cracks open and the butterfly comes out. Monarchs born in early autumn are the ones that make the extraordinary journey to Mexico. Shorter, colder days in places like Canada send the monarchs south across the United States of America, traveling distance of 50 to 80 and sometimes 125 miles per day. Finally, after traveling almost 2,000 miles, they arrive in the fir forests of Mexico in early November. They blanket the forest with millions of flashing wings as they hang from tree boughs. One tree bough alone can contain as many as 20,000 butterflies. A whole colony can contain up to 6 million monarchs per acre. The sight and sound of millions of monarchs together is one of the wonders of the world. They stay until March when they begin their long journey north. The monarchs that left Canada will never get back home, but its great 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 grandchild will. There, the following autumn, the journey will begin again. On the journey back to Canada, newborn monarchs often rest at some of the exact spots where monarchs flying to Mexico rested months ago. The monarch butterfly protects itself by the bright orange markings on its wings, which tells birds and other predators that it might be poisonous. But other dangers face the monarch. Its winter resting grounds keep getting smaller as the fir trees are destroyed for wood and for housing developments. The monarchs that make the journey to Mexico normally can live up to 8 months or more. The spring and summer generations live the usual butterfly lifespan, between 4 and 6 weeks. This is very different from the lifespan of the other character in this story, the land tortoise. A slow-moving reptile that carries its home on its back, the tortoise is a very old life form. Older even than the dinosaur, it can live up to 100 years or more, a total contrast to the short, busy life of the monarch butterfly. And there's our map that shows the migration. So you can see where they were in Canada, the United States, and then down into Mexico. And then they go back. So they go back and forth. Not always the same one, like it said. Sometimes it's their children and grandchildren that make that trip. So this story was called Hurry and the Monarch. Thank you for listening.